remember and honor the memory of our freedom fighters and the values and ideologies that they envisaged to make Malawi a better country. We gather here this morning to show respect for the gallant men and women who placed Malawi's needs above their own, braced bullets, suffered imprisonment, and all forms of humiliation during the fight for the freedoms and rights that we enjoy today. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, during the colonial era, Malawians experienced many periodic political disorders. But His Excellency, Dr. Hastings Kamuzu Banda, first President of the Republic of Malawi, saw it fit to declare 3rd March Martyrs Day. This is because the events that Martyrs Day commemorates were crucial to the independence movement's ultimate success. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on Tuesday, 3rd March 1959, gallant men and women sacrificed their lives and were shot in cold blood. It was here in Nkatabe where the ugliest scenes occurred. About 1,000 unarmed people came to the jetty protesting against the detention of freedom fighters on a passenger ship that was docked on the shores of Lake Malawi. Guarded by only a handful of soldiers, the British lost control of the situation, opening fire on the protesters and killing at least 31, and numbers more were injured. The killed, including 3 pregnant women, were buried in a mass grave at Kakubi. All these followed the return of Dr. Hastings Kamuzu Banda on Sunday, 6 July 1958, and it marks the turning point of Malawi's politics of nationalism. He was immediately appointed the President General of the Nyasaland African Congress and then embarked on a nationwide public rallies to draw up support. By the end of that year, many Malawians had rallied behind the party, mainly due to its charismatic leadership. This stirred up unrest, especially in Blantyre, Cholo, Mangochi, and Nkatabe. By February 1959, the situation had become serious enough that the governor then, Sir Robert Armitage, called for the reinforcement of troops, and the Royal Rhodesia Rifles were called in to help to keep order. The situation culminated in the colonial government's declaration of a state of emergency in 1959, which saw the arrest and imprisonment of a number of prominent nationalist leaders of Nyasaland African Congress, including Dr. Hastings Kamuzu Banda. The ruthless manner in which the African nationalists were treated during the state of emergency was probably the climax of nationalism in Malawi. However, prior to and after the events of 3 March 1959, a number of Malawians lost their lives in the struggle for independence. From January 23, 1915 to March 31, 1915, as we are all aware, there was Chilembwe uprising. And from August 18, 1953 to September 14, 1953, 11 individuals were killed and 72 were injured during riots in Chikwawa, Sanje, Cholo, and Zomba district. This is when Malawi, Zambia, and Zimbabwe were formally joined to form the Federation of Rhodesia and Nyasaland. Nyasaland nationalists also rioted in Zomba on January 20, 1959, and started demonstrating for independence beginning on February 16, 1959. As I mentioned earlier, Governor Robert Armitage requested military reinforcements from the British government on February 20, 1959, and the British government police and Nyasaland nationalists clashed in Karonga and Chitipa on February 29, 1959. They also clashed in Blantyre and Limbi on February 22, 1959, resulting in the death of one individual. And there were also clashes throughout Nyasaland from March 2nd to 3rd March 1959, resulting in the death of over 60 individuals. After 3 March 1959, there were also some clashes between British government police and Nyasaland nationalists in Machinga on 5 March 1959, which resulted in the death of 5 individuals. In Imponela on 6 March 1959, which resulted in the death of 1 individual. In Mulanje on 7 March 1959, which resulted in the death of 2 to honor and remember the 2 national heroes to the cause of freedom. We honor their bravery and uphold their legacy through unity and progress among us Malawians. Today, our martyrs will be remembered through the laying of wreaths and a service of worship which is to be held at Nkatabe District Hospital ground. Allow me now to humbly request the State President, His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera and Madam Monica Chakwera to lead the Malawi nation in paying homage to our fallen heroes. Your Excellency.
Ndimayankhula poyambirira paja kuti mwambo umenewu ndi mwambo wa chisilikali chinakomera ndithu mtsogoleri wa dziko lino kuti mu chaka cha 2022 ndithu apange declare kuti mwambo umenewu ukhale mwambo wa chisilikali. Mwina nkuona kwake mukuona mwambo wonse ukuyendetsedwatu ndi azathu a Malawi Defense Force kuonetsetsatu kuti ndondomeko zawo zonse za chisilikali ndithu zichitike kuno ku Nkatabe pamene tikukumbukira amalitiri. Pakadali pano amayenda abambo chimene chikuchitika nchakuti mtsogoleri wa dziko lino akupatsidwatu ndithu nkhata kuti to akayale pa chipilala chimenetu chinamangidwa mboma limene la Nkatabe chachikumbutso ndithu cha anthu amenewa amenetu anatisiya kambatu ka ulamuliro wa nkhaza nthawi imeneyo
Kata zoyamba mawauno pamwambo umene tikukumbukira abale ndi alongo amene anataya miyoyo yawo pa 3 March chaka cha 1959 amene
kunayima azungu ndithu amene akuti ataona azunguwo nthawiyo kuti acheperekeredwa anatenga maiko monga Zambia komanso kubwera kuti adzathandizire mphamvu zawo ngati azungu nthawi imeneyo
chifukwa tikukumbukira ndikupereka ulemu kwa abale ndi alongo ochuluka amene atataya miyoyo yawo pamene amalawi ochuluka
Nkatabe kumene amakwerera sitima pamenetu ndithu anthu ndithu ana